Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Now let's take a look at the gold market. Well guys, the gold market right now is some sort of the nested reversal swing, so it's a bit like a nested doll. On the daily time frame chart we have a reversal swing, on the lower time frame chart and so on. Well, first of all, let's take a look at our retracement that we have discussed yesterday. Although guys, we initially thought that retracement will be a bit flatter, not as fast as it was, but by thinking from the terms of the levels that retracement has reached, it's almost perfect. In fact, this retracement, this action on the current week has accomplished two of our suggestions. The first suggestion that we have discussed during the within whole months approximately, we said when the market shows this retracement, we said in our weekly updates that action above the 13 area hasn't been confirmed and wasn't supported by the real money. So the spot traders, physical commodities traders pointed on a week of inflow of the money, the level above 13 even area. So here there was the drastic drop in the real money that inflows in the spot gold market. And when the market hasn't been supported by the real money, this upward action and further upward action of such a market really stands under question. That really has happened, so you can see that bounce down has happened. But that was the fundamental expectation. From the technical point of view, we said, okay, recall that this level was really strong and we initially thought that market probably will reach it and turn to the downside. That hasn't happened, and these events on Iraq, market tremendously has broken through this area, and we said, okay, but a bit later market should return right back down to retest this level, because odds suggest that's really very often happens on the market. If market breaks through the daily confluence without no respect, it very often retested this area from the opposite direction. That really has happened right now. And currently, the major question, how we should treat this action, whether it will be retracement after this thrust up, okay, and we should be ready for the upward continuation, or this we should treat as this really thrust down. And if you take a look at the contracted chart, you'll see that was really strong momentum down. That was the first reversal swing, since this swing is greater than this one. But since downward momentum here is significant, market could show here some deeper retracement. In other words, whether we should treat this as just a respect on the strong support, the stretch pattern combination of the daily oversold, monthly pivot point, previously disrespected confidence level, 50% FIB support, 50% of this Moroboso candle, this long candle to the upside. Whether it was just a bounce out from this retracement and we should be ready for some downward action. Well guys, on the weekend we will take a close look at the gold market. In particular, I'm mostly interested with the open interest and the net position by the CFTC report on the gold market, because on the recent couple of weeks this data has helped us very significant. In fact, by this data we have assumed this possible plunge down, because recent increasing of the net long position hasn't been confirmed and wasn't supported by the open interest. It means that the market traders, gold traders, haven't opened new long positions on the gold market. That was just the closing of the shorts. That's why the net long position has increased by the open interest. In other words, the number of contracts have remained the same. And that information has helped us much, since we said that this really great opportunity and possibility that market will fail around this area, around 1335. That really has happened. That's why the CFTC data we will probably will continue to track these numbers. Also, guys, currently I still think that probably the downward action is more probable. I think that this previous momentum is a longer term action, and since this is the longer term action, it has more value than the short term. This swing is shorter term. That's why I think that probably we should get retracement first as a result of this impulse move and this deep retracement, and after that maybe we could get some sort of the ABCD pattern as the continuation of this momentum, because this BC leg of this potential ABC bottom pattern hasn't been formed yet, because it hasn't worked out the previous bearish momentum of this thrust of this action. That's why I think that that probably is a respect of this support, and the bounce most technical by hitting of the oversold, and market just corrected this uncomfortable situation. And now I think that probably from my point of view that downward some kind of the ABCD pattern is more probable than immediate reversal right to the upside, and we will continue to watch for it. On the 4-hour time frame chart, trend is bearish, by the way, on the daily chart. On the 4-hour time frame chart, I have drawn this pattern, so approximately it will have the target around 1270, 1275 area. Somewhere here market should reach this area. Okay. Currently trend here is bullish, and for example, for confirmation of the possible downward continuation, deeper retracement, we could wait when the market will shift trend bearish here. Currently consider trend stands bullish. We will see what will happen. Also, guys, as usual in the current situations, another pattern that could be formed here is, if I will be wrong, market could form here the butterfly. Okay, if market will fail to pass through these lows and will stop here, the chances of the appearing of the butterfly will exist. That's also the moment that we should watch for. On the hourly chart, trend has shifted bearish. That was also the agreement around 1325 area, the target that we have specified by this ABC bottom 1618 extension right at the 1325 area approximately, and that is the target that we have specified. We said yesterday that most probably 1330, but we can't exclude that market could confirm, could reach 1325, because that's the just habit of the gold market to show the deep retracements that has happened. Today, for example, we could watch for this thrusting candle, because that's of course not very pleasant moment for potential downward direction for the bears, because the market shows such sort of acceleration. It as a rule means something, and it's very difficult to the market to just vanish this thrusting acceleration, and very often it points on the upward continuation. That's why, guys, I'm not sure that market will start downward action immediately. For example, it could retest, show some consolidation around this resistance, show some bounce to the upside, maybe to form some kind of this attempt to retest this resistance before moving to the downside. That could happen mostly due to this acceleration up. Maybe market will form even A, B, C bottom D pattern slightly high. That's also possible. And again, due to this acceleration up. That's why if you would like to take the short position, if you're bearish, I think that you better to wait for a couple of moments. The first moment, maybe these moments will happen approximately in the same time. This is also possible. The first moment is to wait when the 4-hour time frame chart trend will shift bearish. If market will start to coil here, form some sort of the ABCD, that will probably not happen, and you will be waiting for real start move down and real shifting trend to the bearish side. on the 4-hour time frame chart. Second moment, if it will still happen and market really will start to move down, wait when the market will erase this thrusting candle. If this will happen and market will erase it, that will be a nice sign of the possible starting of the move down to the downside, and chances on appearing of this ABCD that we have drawn here will increase significantly if market will erase this recent thrusting action. So a couple of moments for those who would like to take the short position. Well, but on the weekend we will take a look and we'll see what is going on with the open interest, what is going on with the net position on the gold market. That really would help us. And also we'll take a look at the news, what is really going on in the gold market right now.